We make a lot of meals around here, and I don't ever share anything that we don't love, but what did we love the most? Today, we are sharing with you the top 5 meals that we made from January through March. We've ranked them according to our enjoyment of the meals, and you'll have to let us know below if you agree with our rankings. You're getting the best of the best. You're also getting a kitchen reveal. My kitchen is done. It is absolutely, well, you'll see. You'll see that somewhere in the middle of this video. Also, I'm going to tell you about Wild Grain. It's our favorite bread that we eat. It's a subscription box. I'll tell you all about that a little bit later because they are the sponsor of a portion of today's video. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. We're going to jump right in. The way I do this is we go from number 5 down to the first one, or our top one from this quarter. I've got my coffee in hand. It is pretty early in the morning when I'm filming this, and obviously I'm filming this way so you can't see the kitchen quite yet. Coming in at number 5 was a delicious one, better than takeout. This is General Tso's chicken. I always want to say General Tso. Pretty sure it's General Tso. We love Asian flavors in this house, and this was no exception. We're getting started on the General Tso's. He's gonna mince up or chop up 3 cloves of garlic. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am.
So we've got Chef Steven over here chopping up our chicken thighs for this recipe for the General Tso's. Wanted to tell you just a little bit about this particular recipe. The recipe originated in Taiwan in the 1950s. However, the version that we eat here in America was developed from that recipe for Americans in New York in the 70s. So the original recipe wasn't quite as sweet as we eat it here in America, and I don't believe it was deep fried. We're not technically deep frying ours today. We are pan frying it, but not deep frying it. And we are gonna cut back on the sugar just a little bit. I will leave the original recipe linked below, but let's get started. So he's cutting this into like 1-inch chunks. And while he does that, I'm gonna grab the rest of our ingredients. Steven is finishing up with the chicken. I'm gonna make our sauce. I'm not gonna quite double the sauce, but I am doing a little bit more than the original recipe calls for. We need 1/2 cup of cold water, so let me get that in here. Then we need 5 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. So I'm gonna do about 7. Oh, I spilled some soy sauce over here. So it splashed into our sugar. That's gonna be some interesting sugar. Let's get that out of there. Okay, let's see. We need 3 tablespoons, well, I'll do more like 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar. We're gonna do about 2 tablespoons. That doesn't go on there. I'm sitting here just twisting this thing. That is not the right lid for that, Mandy. Moving on. It's like, why is it not working? 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. So the recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of sugar, but I was reading in the comments that people said that was too much. So we're gonna do like about 2.5. That's all we're doing, because I don't want it to be too sweet. Now we need about 2 tablespoons of this cornstarch, and we're just gonna whisk all of this together and set it to the side for now. Smell that.
Let me stick my noggin in here. Oh, man.
Don't that smell good?
Yes. You
All
need
right.
this hoisin sauce?
No, I'm done.
I'm going to put her back in the Frigidaire.
You do it. So I'm going to heat up my large skillet to about medium high. While we wait on that to heat up over there, we are gonna toss this chicken in some cornstarch here in this bowl. And I'm gonna let the master tosser do his thing.
Look, it's not hard.
Yes, it is.
It can't be hard.
There you go. All right, try that and we'll see. Oh, we need to get a plate to take them out onto.
You're right, we do. I'm going to use this plastic one here.
Do it. All right, let's go.
Well, look, you just got to put it in there.
Are you excited about tonight's dinner?
I am excited. And then you just, look here.
Oh, it's a little.
A little what? Get a little.
It's a little
messy.
powdery. Yeah. All right.
You know, that's the way cooking is sometimes.
Shake
just,
off the excess.
Just a little messy.
Yeah. All right, so you're going to do that.
Yep.
And while you do that, I'm going to make sure I have all the rest of the ingredients ready, but I think I do. So,
Sounds good to me.
okay. So just do that, y'all. Just toss it all in cornstarch, set it to the side, and we're going to take it over there to the hot skillet. Now, in this skillet, we're going to need a good bit of olive oil, about 1/4 cup. What I'm just going to do is just make sure the bottom is coated. We can always add more if we need it, but we're going to let that heat up and we're going to work in batches.
You ready for this? Is it ready? Is it good and hot?
It should be good and hot.
We're going to find out. It ain't hot.
It ain't sizzling.
There ain't no sizzle.
We're gonna have to wait a minute.
This is a demonstration of what not to do.
Well, you gotta test it to see if it's ready to sizzle a little bit.
It ain't quite ready yet.
All right, so we'll let it get a little bit hotter before we add the rest of it in.
Poor thing. He's just ready to catch on fire. Hey, look here. You're going to turn this heat up.
It's starting to sizzle. Look.
A little more official now with this apron on here.
I made him put the apron on because I foresaw some oil popping off onto this shirt, and I was gonna have to do all kinds of laundry work. So he has on, which apron is that?
That's the Hawaiian.
Oh, the King's Hawaiian.
The King's
Yep.
Hawaiian. Now look here, once you start putting these things in here, you know what's gonna happen to that oil, don't you?
It's gonna cool down. Yeah. So basically we're just gonna brown them on one side, turn them over, brown them on the other side. We just wanna cook them through, and then we're gonna remove them to another plate. So I'm gonna go grab a clean plate. So he just flipped them. You wanna make sure that oil is good and hot so that your cornstarch doesn't start coming off. And then also you want it to be able to cook through and get some color on it. So now that we've flipped them, we'll give another maybe 3 minutes or so, and then we'll kind of check them and make sure they're done, and then we'll just continue on with the next batch. How's it going over there?
It's going. You know, when you shallow frying stuff, oil pops all over the place.
It does. Deep frying it would not be a bad idea. It's taking a little bit of time, because I don't think I ever told y'all, the whole recipe, which is what we're making, uses 2 pounds of chicken thighs, so it's a good bit. So we had to do, I think, 4 batches.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you could definitely deep fry if you wanted to.
I mean, unless you got a wok.
Yeah.
Maybe you got...
Oh, you know what?
What?
We have something similar to a wok from Caraway. I should have used that. How about that?
Well, we know for next time.
That's right. This splatter guard, is it from Pampered Chef? I can't remember where I got that splatter guard from. It's come in handy. I mean, it's still been messy. It's been a messy endeavor, but it does help. So Steven's gonna soak up some of that oil because we only need about a tablespoon of it left in there, and we've got more than a tablespoon. So he's gonna soak some of that up, and then we also turned the heat down to about medium. We're almost done, friends. That's the longest part of it, is just cooking the chicken. After that, it comes together really quickly. All right, to that oil, we're gonna add in a couple of tablespoons of minced ginger. You can definitely use fresh, but we just have the kind that's already minced in the jar. Then you need about 3 cloves of garlic. And then you wanna do about a half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. That's really up to you, like spice level, you know? So we kind of like spice, so I'm gonna let Steven do it till it feels right.
How about that?
I think that's good. All right, so we're just gonna let that go until fragrant, about 30 seconds. Now to that, after it's cooked about 30 seconds, pour in your sauce, and you're gonna whisk it until it comes up to a simmer, and then you're gonna let it simmer for about a minute. Good gravy, it smells good in here. That looks like gravy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got that cornstarch in it, so once it comes up to a simmer, it's gonna thicken up. There, it's already starting to thicken up. And once this comes up to a simmer, we're gonna add our chicken back in there, and we're just gonna toss it around to coat it really well. And it's gonna be time to eat. I did make some rice to go along with this, so it's just about that time, y'all. So it's thickened up. I just tasted the sauce just to make sure it was good. Oh my stars. I'm so excited. So now we're gonna toss in our chicken. Look at that.
I'm ready to eat.
You've been working hard over here.
I have been.
Managing all that frying.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. All right, let me put a thingamabobber out, and he's gonna bring this over here and we're gonna eat.
Looking good. Want that sauce on there.
I'm glad I didn't quite double it, but at least added a little bit more.
Well, it looks very impressive. Looks like, I mean, it looks like Chinese food.
It does, and it smells like it. Cole just threw his hands up in the air.
Man.
They hit you fast. It's like boom. Wow.
Y'all both said wow at the same time.
It's amazing, that sauce. First of all, the chicken is perfectly cooked. Nice and tender, that good,
Thighs.
super, yeah,
Yeah.
tender dark meat.
Yeah.
And you can tell that the way that it was fried in the I guess cornstarch, right?
Yeah.
It's well coated.
Good.
Like all of the sauce is just
Sticking to it.
sticking to it really
Good. Good. I got a little sidetracked
Wow.
with our rice, and I left it sitting there for too long, so it got a little mushy. But I'm hoping that the chicken and the sauce kind of overtake the rice,
Yeah,
the mushy
it's
rice.
really good. It's like sweet, savory. You can get the garlic flavors in there.
Yeah.
And that you know, classic Asian flavor to it.
Right.
That's really good. It doesn't taste homemade.
Okay.
Like in American homemade, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you get too much soy sauce and it's like way overpowering soy sauce.
Right.
So it tastes like takeout.
Here's my question.
that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Sweetness level. Do you think it's
perfect?
Right? Okay, good.
It's very balanced. Just a tiny tad bit of tart from the ginger
Yeah.
that's in there and that rice vinegar that you
Yeah.
put in there. So just a little bit of a tart from that.
But it's very well balanced.
But it's balanced.
Okay, good.
Yes. It's
Excellent.
very good.
Well, I'm so glad
Delicious.
that
You did a
y'all love
great
it.
job.
Well, you did a lot of the work.
You know,
All right, these guys are using chopsticks, but I'm just going to be using a fork. I will be back.
good stuff, isn't it?
That is delicious. I'm really glad that we did less sugar than what it called for, because I don't want a sugary, sweet dish. We didn't go super spicy. It could use a little more spice. Honestly, when we get it from takeout, I feel like General Tso's chicken is a little more on the spicy side, so I feel like we kind of toned it down, which is unusual for us, but it's really, really good. I love the flavors. And
You could probably consider maybe putting, maybe, I don't know, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of sriracha sauce maybe in with the sauce to give it a lot
not a
of
bad
heat.
idea.
Yeah.
That is not a bad
But
idea.
not too much because you don't want to overpower it.
Right.
How long did it take to make this?
And not long at all. It was just we had to work in batches. So, yeah.
Cool.
But the rice is a little overdone, but it survives underneath all of this goodness. So, highly recommend this recipe from the 1970s. All right, number 4 is a soup. I am a soup girl. I love soup. I could have it all the time. This one is leaning into springtime. It is not quite the wintry soup, which is great because we're in spring now, but this is a lemon chicken orzo soup. Superb. The lemon brightens it up and makes it feel more springy. It's really simple. We just have a little bit of chopping to do, so let's do that first. So it called for 2 medium carrots. I don't know if y'all can tell just how large this carrot is. The bag of carrots I got from my grocery store, we're just doing 1 carrot. We need 2 stalks of celery, and then it said a half of a medium onion, but this is a really small onion. We're just gonna use the whole thing. So that I don't have to dice all of this up by hand, I am gonna use my vegetable chopper, but I do need to peel this very large carrot first. I'm gonna do that, and then we will run all of this through the little dicer and move over to the stove. Okay, we got our carrot done. Now let's do our celery. Lastly, our small onion. There we go. That was quick and easy. Let's move on. I just need to grab out a pot that I'm gonna use. I think I'm gonna use this regular one instead of the cast iron one. Let's turn it to about medium-high heat, and we're gonna put some olive oil and some butter in here. About a tablespoon of each. That is good and hot, so let's add in all of our chopped veggies. And we are just gonna let these saute for 5 to 7 minutes. While I do that, I'm going to go trim up some chicken thighs. You can use chicken breast or chicken thighs with this recipe. It's been about 5 minutes. These are good and soft. So let's add in some garlic. We're just using the jarred stuff today just to make it quicker and easier. We need about 3 cloves, so maybe a couple of heaping teaspoons should be good. Gonna let that cook down for about 30 seconds. Ooh, that smells good. Now, let's add in a couple of tablespoons of flour. I love how I just got it on the bottom of the microwave. You see that? That's how I cook. It gets everywhere. Let's cook this for about a minute just to cook that flour taste down. And then we will add in some seasonings and fog up the camera. Now, we need to add in 6 cups of chicken broth. I've got low sodium. Here's 4 cups here. So we'll need to add 2 more cups, but add this in first. Let's get 2 more cups. Let's add some Italian seasoning. You don't need much. I think the recipe calls for a 1/4 teaspoon. I'll probably do more like half to a whole teaspoon just because I love these seasonings, but add that in. Also at this point, we're gonna add in our chicken. No need to chop this up. You're gonna chop it up after it's cooked. So just add it in whole, your chicken breasts or your chicken thighs. I've got about 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs here. These are from Butcher Box. We love their chicken. So I cranked this up just a little more. We need to bring this to a boil. So I've got it sitting here. We'll wait on that. That should just take a few minutes, and then we'll let it simmer. Now that it has come to a boil, we're gonna put the lid on it, but leave it off slightly like that. And we're gonna reduce the heat, and we're gonna let this simmer for about 15 minutes. So let me set the timer because I'm gonna get sidetracked and forget. Anybody else like that? If you don't set a timer, you're gonna forget it. So there we go. Now we can set it and forget it. I will be back when this is done. Our timer is about to go off, but I need to get our orzo ready to go in. That's the next step. Okay, this thing is really sealed tight. Can you let go? Good gracious. I've got my orzo here. We need about 1 cup of orzo. All right, let's take the lid off of this. So that is looking good. I'm gonna turn it back up to get that heat really going. Let's take our orzo and add that in. And we're gonna let this cook for about 10 minutes, just until that orzo is done. We are gonna leave the lid off this time, and we're gonna stir it every couple of minutes just to make sure the orzo, it shouldn't stick. This is a caraway pot, but especially if you don't have a caraway pot or a non-stick, make sure you're stirring that so that the orzo doesn't stick to the bottom. While we wait on our orzo to cook, I'm gonna split this lemon in half. This is lemon chicken orzo soup, so we need the lemon. And then I had pulled this off, this is parsley, pulled it off of my indoor garden the other day for something and didn't use all of it, so I saved it. And we're just gonna chop this up. Okay, everything is done. We just need to cut up our chicken. Now it mentions to cut up the chicken, but I'm gonna shred the chicken just because it's just easy to use that chicken shredder right there. So I'm gonna bring the whole pot over here and we will just spoon the chicken out. See how easy that is? I love this little contraption. A subscriber sent me this. And at first I thought, well, that's neat. Okay, but no, I love it. It's absolutely wonderful. I use it all the time. Okay, now we just need to squeeze our lemon juice in there, throw our parsley in, and we are done. Now the recipe calls for a tablespoon of lemon juice, but that is on the conservative side. So I'm gonna go a little heavier just because I want the lemon flavor in there for sure. So that's about half the lemon there. I'm also gonna add some salt and pepper. Let me taste it and then we'll see if we need more lemon juice. It smells so good. Let me see what we got here. Bon appetit. Okay. That's good. I want a little more lemon juice, maybe not quite the other half, but I'm gonna squeeze just a little bit in there. We are ready to eat. I made a little bit of garlic toast to go with this. Let's eat, y'all. Y'all are in for a treat. Y'all don't even know. They weren't in there for the making of this. They have no idea.
Mandy was in there making.
I was in there making.
That's really creamy.
You just
Very creamy.
have at it.
Oh man, yeah, that is really creamy.
That's it.
And with a little touch of lemon, that sets it off too.
Isn't that good?
Cut the camera.
That is really good.
Why?
It's too good. We gotta
It's too
keep this
good.
a secret.
Don't tell nobody else.
Oh, y'all, this one is a good one. So,
Wow, it's like really creamy, rich, smooth.
here's
And then bam, that lemon hits you.
here's what I'm hoping for. You tell me what you think. Is it comforting, like a big warm hug like winter, but then brightness of spring?
Why am I here? You don't need me.
Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, good. That's exactly what we need. Because
Well,
it's
you
still
did
winter,
good.
but we're thinking about spring. So,
It is like that. It's light. It's
Okay, good.
warm and cozy with a side of spring.
all right.
That's
I like it.
really nice.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to dig in. This one is so easy and so good, y'all. You've got to make it. I would like to thank Wild Grain for sponsoring this portion of today's video. In case you aren't familiar, Wild Grain is the first Bake from Frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas. If you're like me, you long to be on that sourdough train where you make it yourself. But I know myself, I'm not a baker, number one, and I don't have patience. And I know you have to have patience to make sourdough. So I get the best of both worlds. I get that fresh baked sourdough that goes through a slow fermentation process. Someone else had the patience. I don't have to have it. I get it come right to my door. It's frozen. I take it from frozen, stick it right in the oven, and voila. So I don't have to worry about making my own sourdough. I have Wild Grain for that. They partner with small bakers and pasta makers all over the country to keep the tradition of artisanal and nutritious food alive. Before Wild Grain, I would often go to the store, buy fresh baked bread from their deli. I would bring it home, and if I didn't use it right away, day two, a lot of times it had already started growing mold. It just was not fit to eat. That's why I love Wild Grain, because they send it to me frozen and I can use it whenever I'm ready. They've got 3 different options for boxes. So if you want the classic box like we get, great. If you want a plant-based or vegan box, you can get that as well. And they also have a gluten-free option. All of their items go from frozen to baked in 25 minutes or less. So if you are throwing dinner together and you're like, oh yeah, I need a bread, never fear, you just reach into your freezer and grab whatever it is from Wild Grain, pop it right into the oven. You don't even have to thaw it. You can really customize your box and choose what it is that you're getting. And then also they will offer limited edition items, seasonal items. That way you don't get bored and you can try new things. So if you're interested in getting wild grain in your kitchen, just go to the description box below, use that link, and then use code Mandy30. That will get you $30 off your first box. Plus you'll get free croissants in every box. And those croissants, y'all, are the best croissants we have ever tried. So go check them out. Use code Mandy30, save, get your croissants, and you'll be so happy I introduced you to wild grain. We've had these once before.
Have?
Yes, a long time ago.
Okay.
So in all fairness, I know it's amazing. Nothing we've ever gotten from wild grain has not been amazing, but I'm gonna cut
That
this in
is the
half.
truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this in half and we'll each,
Okay.
we'll tink it up and, you know. Okay, here we go.
Tink.
Tink.
Look how flaky that is.
I know.
Flaky.
So good. Y'all, when I tell you that chocolate inside of that croissant, the way it is balanced with the buttery
Yeah.
flakiness of the
Yes.
croissant, it's almost like a sweet and savory type thing.
Yes.
Definitely let me just tell you.
Flaky butteriness is like amazing.
And
the
then that chocolate.
just oozes out in your mouth.
I was hard to believe that that was frozen.
I know. I took it straight out of the freezer and stuck it in the oven. It's amazing.
That's hard to believe.
You know what? My coffee is over there. I need this. This needs to go with coffee.
Yes, it does.
So let's go pour some coffee
Let's do that.
and finish this up. And then we have something that you've all been waiting for.
What have they all been waiting for?
All right, we're going to share our kitchen here with you. We've been standing here staring at it. Honestly, I've been staring at it for like the last 24 hours or so. I can't get enough of it. So it's time to share it with y'all. So we're going to get our coffee, finish this, and then we're going to show you the kitchen. Okay, if you're new here, then you may have never seen my kitchen before, and you're going to get to see it for the first time when it's brand spanking new. I say brand spanking new, but honestly, all we did was we repainted our cabinets, but we also got new cabinet doors. We got new drawer fronts and all new hardware, as well as hinges. We now have soft close hinges on our cabinet doors. For reference, our old kitchen, or the way it was before, was pretty much original to the house other than it had been painted white, but all of the cabinets were all original from 1977. So they had the exposed hinges, which had been painted and were now chipping. And it had a lot of intricate detail on the cabinet doors and the drawer fronts. It's just, it dated the kitchen, quite honestly. It was beautiful, but it dated the kitchen. So we had someone come quote us to put new cabinet doors, new drawer fronts, new handles, all of that, but also to paint our kitchen 2 different colors. So the top cabinets are still white. They are pure white. They are pure white from Sherwin-Williams. And then the lowers is Sherwin-Williams Distance. It's a gray blue and it's absolutely stunning. It's pretty much the same color as my shirt. Also the same color as my purse. I just like what I like. So without further ado, here is the new kitchen. Uh-oh, guess what? Number 3, another soup. It was the first time we had ever made lentils, and I was not disappointed. The flavor of this soup, it's called the best lentil soup. And seeing as how I think it's the only lentil soup I've ever had, it does make it the best, but it's also the best because we're putting it in this video. It was one of the standouts from this quarter. You've got to try it. What'd you say?
I said, hand me the. That's what this thing is.
Look at the size of these daggum carrots.
Go big or go home.
I mean, look at that. Ridiculous. So he's getting started on peeling those. We've got some celery here. We also have some onion, like half of an onion that we're gonna chop. I did grab my chopper out because I want all the sizes to be pretty uniform. So I'm gonna have to cut these down because they're huge. And cut that in half. Will both of them even fit? Not really. Okay, well, there we go. So you need about 2 cups of chopped carrots. We've got that. Now let's chop some celery. We need a couple of stalks. We've got this carrot, that lovely carrot. We're gonna chop it too. I know my veggies, I promise. Look at there. So the recipe says to use kale. I got baby kale from the grocery store. It says to dice the stems. No thank you. I'm gonna take the stems off because that's what I do. If you want to dice the stems, do it to it. I'm just choosing not to do that. Isn't that beautiful? We got rid of all them stems. Who wants to eat that? Not me. That's crazy. We've got a large Dutch oven heated to about medium heat. We're gonna add some olive oil to the bottom so we can saute our veggies. We're gonna throw in all 3. Onion, celery, carrot. Oh yeah, there's a sizzle. So let's add some salt. About 1.5 teaspoons is what we're gonna go with. We need some pepper. I think we need some more olive oil. And we need like a heaping ½ teaspoon of cumin. And a little to grow on. There we go. Let's stir that up. Oh, you know what? We need to add that smokiness that we were planning on adding. Hang on. I have a little extra something that we're gonna add. We're gonna add smoked paprika. I'll explain that in a little bit, but just a little sprinkle just to give it some smoky flavor. Now, we're gonna let this cook for about 8 minutes, really kind of soften those veggies up. That smells so good. So we have just a few seconds left. So that means we need to get started on the next step. You want to grate your garlic directly in there. It calls for 4 cloves of grated garlic. He's just using our microplaner to do that. Oh, look at all that. He gave up on grating it. It was taking too long. So we're just going to put it in the mincer and keep rolling.
Oh, wait a minute. It'd probably be helpful if I... Hold on. How
What?
many? Oh, okay.
You're doing it.
Make
You just
sure.
put 50 cloves in there at once.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta... Ow, burn yourself. And then...
Oh, gosh. This is becoming a comedy hour. All right. Now, let's move on. The reason we added smoked paprika is because I didn't have any fire roasted diced tomatoes. I thought I did. So you're gonna add a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. And then we need a couple of tablespoons of white wine vinegar. We need 3/4 cup of lentils, green lentils that we have rinsed, which I have. Now, the recipe calls for 6 cups of vegetable broth. We're gonna do 4 cups, and then we're gonna do a little something extra. For added protein and flavor, we're going with a couple of cups of chicken bone broth.
Yay!
So I'm gonna add that in as well. We went in there and grabbed 12-ish fresh sprigs of thyme. You wanna bundle them. Ours are pretty much bundled, so that's good. We're just gonna throw it in just like that. We'll turn it up close to high, and we're gonna bring this up to a simmer. So it is coming up to a boil, and we're gonna add just a few red pepper flakes in because we like a little bit of heat. Add a little bit. And we're gonna turn it down, and we're gonna let this simmer covered for about 25 to 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. And then those last 5 minutes, we'll throw in our kale and let it wilt down. So I'll see you back here in about 25 minutes. It is time. I wish you could smell my house right now, y'all. It's unreal. But now it is time to throw in our, you know what, let's go ahead and take the thyme out because that's gonna make it a lot easier when it's time to serve it up. It's done its job. Let's add in our kale, stir that through, and just let it wilt down for 5 minutes or so. It's not gonna take long. I'm gonna pop the lid back on it, and then it'll be time to eat. Hello.
Hey,
Eat. I'm starving. I want you to
this
hurry up. and do
smells
your taste
delicious, man. Oh my goodness.
test. Yeah, it really does.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wow.
What?
Wow. That is delicious. That white or that vinegar or whatever it is that you put in there.
The white wine vinegar?
You're talking about enhancement.
Okay.
That is delicious.
It doesn't overpower it, does
No,
it?
it doesn't
Okay.
overpower. It enhances it. Like it. It's definitely what you're smelling.
Okay.
Like it
Yeah.
totally like lifts the flavors up.
It smells so good in here, y'all.
The lentils are like, they have a really soft texture to them.
Okay.
You know, just a little bit of texture, not much. The kale is cooked perfectly. It's nice and soft, but it's not like soggy.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the chunky vegetables in here too.
Okay. Are they good and soft?
Yes, you definitely get the flavor of the tomatoes. The tomatoes with like the cumin flavor. And definitely garlic, man. You're talking about some garlic flavor.
Good.
And then that vinegar just, boom!
All right.
That is delicious.
Okay. My stomach is growling. I'll be back.
Man.
It's so pretty too. The flavor.
Yeah, powerful flavors in there.
I know we added the chicken bone broth, and I'm sure that does enhance flavors, but this would be a great vegetarian soup.
Yeah,
if you
for
wanted to just do the vegetable broth. This is delicious.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous.
It was very strong, very bold flavors in there. It is tremendous. Highly recommend this one. And it's like, oh man, it's perfect for this cold weather too.
Oh yeah, and look at my soggy bread now. The top two are pretty interchangeable for me. I enjoyed both of these very, very much. They're very different. However, both of them are made in the air fryer. Y'all, we use our air fryer all the time. But number two is a hibachi style chicken and broccoli. There's a local restaurant, probably not just local to us, called Fuji, and we get takeout from there. This reminds me of that, but it's even better. And we know what ingredients are in it. We know how fresh it is. It is so good, so you've got to try this one too. We've got some Asian flavors. We are doing chicken thighs chopped up with broccoli. It's gonna have tons of Asian flavor to it. It's gonna be so good. Tell you about what?
What are we doing first?
Chopping it. So we got some broccoli and we got an onion, and we need to chop it up and put it in a little bowl and set it to the side. I don't like for it to be too big of chunks, you know?
All right, if this is a good one, I'm gonna take you to get ice cream.
Look, you're taking me either if it's good or it's bad. Let me just tell you right now. We did a really hard workout this afternoon, and my sweet tooth is screaming, so we're gonna go get ice cream, okay?
I heard that.
Okay. I'm so excited. I got this Clemson bowl for Christmas and I haven't used it yet. So I'm gonna throw my broccoli, and we'll throw our onion in here too, but I'm excited about this. So we just need about half an onion. We're gonna very roughly chop that. I want kind of larger pieces. I'm gonna break it up. That's all for now. Oh, it says Tigers on the back. I don't think I realized that. Go Tigers. Okay, let's set that to the side, and we need to make our marinade. Oh, and we need to also chop up our chicken thighs. So for our marinade, we need about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. We need about half a teaspoon of garlic powder. I mean, I ain't afraid of garlic, though, you know? Are you afraid of garlic?
No, I think there should have been more in there. I'm just telling you.
Okay, we need some minced ginger. I like having this on hand because
It's
ain't nobody got
easy.
time for that. So yeah, we'll see. How much do we need? We need about
That
much. It's very precise, you see.
Oh yeah.
We
We're all
need-
about precision.
We need a tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce. We need a tablespoon of rice vinegar. Look, for my marinade, I chose a really big bowl. And for what I need to toss it in, I chose a small bowl.
It's okay.
Classic Mandy right
we're,
there.
We're gonna forgive you.
It's classic.
We're gonna keep on forgiving.
All right, what else we need? I know we need some sesame oil, but not much. Only about a teaspoon of sesame oil. And you can leave this out if you want to, but we're gonna add some hot sauce, a couple of teaspoons, salt and pepper. Let me grab a whisk, my little baby whisk. I love this one. A subscriber sent me this one. I use it all the time. Okay. Oh, smell that. Y'all smell that.
Man, that does smell
Did you
good.
smell it? Could you smell it through the camera?
I smelt a little bit of it.
All right, now let's cut up some. I've got about a pound or so of chicken thighs here that I have defrosted throughout the afternoon. So let's cut them up into chunks. Tell them what you said.
I said that she's gonna take about 5 minutes to trim all
You
that
said
fat
10
out.
minutes.
Oh, sorry. 10.
Oh gosh, here we go. 10
I'm not
minutes.
afraid of
her
fat. I'm not
trimming
afraid
the
of
fat
fat.
off. Look,
I like it. Look, I like a thunder thigh.
I don't mind a little bit of fat on them, but like big old hunks of no, we ain't doing that. All that, no, we don't need
Fat is
that.
flavor.
It is, and there's plenty of fat in the chicken thigh. So now we're just gonna cut these up into chunks. That way they'll cook pretty fast, and then they'll be bite-sized too, which is what we want. And I'm gonna throw them over here in this bowl.
I'm ready.
All right, we need to divide this marinade up in between the two. Now, I don't feel like there's that much marinade, quite honestly. I'm gonna give a little more marinade to the chicken than I am the broccoli and onions. Let's toss this. Oh yeah, that's coating it really well. Okay, and
Smells delicious.
it does smell really good. I'm just gonna toss this in my too small of a bowl, but I didn't add too much marinade to this, so I think it'll be fine. Not really gonna coat it. What we're gonna do is air fry the chicken first, and then about halfway through, we're gonna add in the broccoli and the onions because we don't want them to burn. They'll cook a lot faster. So you know what? I probably should have preheated this bad boy. First of all,
I have a question for you.
hit me.
What we doing with that lemon?
Lemon, that is going on, oh, sorry. That's going on afterwards. We're gonna squeeze it over top when we eat.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Okay. All right, let me see. I think it's 380. I'm gonna preheat this too. I got a Thrive Market order in today, and I got the new flavor, well, new to me, flavor of Poppy. I don't think it's been around too long. I'm hoping it tastes like, you remember them push pops, the Flintstone push pops? The orange sherbet kind of.
I do remember
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping this is gonna taste like.
Okay.
So we're just waiting on this to preheat, and I wanted one, so here we are. That's what it smells like.
It does smell like that.
This is my new favorite kind. Try the Poppy. Oh gosh, why's it gotta be in production? Just take a sip.
Not bad.
Isn't that good?
It is pretty good.
I like that it's like a cream soda mixed with the orange.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a weird aftertaste.
No, it's good.
It does taste like a
I
push-up.
know. It tastes like the Flintstones. It was the Flintstones, right?
Yeah,
That's what
I
it
think
was.
so, yeah.
It was the Flintstones
sure.
push-ups. I'm pretty
They
sure.
were pink looking.
No,
or orange
they were
looking.
orange.
Orange or
Yeah.
something.
Maybe there were different ones. I just remember the oranges.
Maybe.
Oranges. You like that?
Aren't you glad you got this?
I am. Hey, it's nice and hot. In goes. Ooh, listen to that. In goes our chicken thighs. I'm going to try to get them on one layer as much as possible. And we will toss these about midway through, and that's when we'll throw in the broccoli and the onion too. So.
My confidence is rising and this is going to be good.
Okay, y'all should have heard him off camera. He was coaching me saying this is, the marinade, it just ain't going to stick. It's just not going to have no flavor.
I was suspicious.
Okay. Well, here we are. Okay, this is going in at 380. Let's do 10 minutes, and then we'll do another 10 with the broccoli and onions. It's been 10 minutes. Oh, my stars.
Look at them babies.
It smells so good in here, y'all. So I'm going to toss these. Kind of just stir them around. Okay, now we're going to throw in our broccoli and onions. Let's toss those in.
Ooh.
Did you get off froggy?
A little froggy.
A little bit. Okay. This is going back in for another 10 minutes at 380, and then we'll check the chicken and make sure it's done, but it should be. So somebody said, you know, it would be really good if we had yum yum sauce to go on top of this. So old Google told me how to make yum yum sauce, so we're gonna make some. We're gonna do about a half a cup of mayo. Let's do that amount. It's not quite half a cup. Now we need some ketchup, not quite a tablespoon of ketchup. We're gonna eyeball this. Okay, we need sugar.
Sugar.
Like a teaspoon. I don't want to do too much.
All right, time's a ticking.
I know. Here, teaspoon of sugar. All right, we need just a little bit of paprika, which, look, we got no paprika. I'm gonna pour in here what we got. I mean, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
We really didn't need much anyway, so we've got smoked, but that'll give it a different flavor profile.
Whatever you want to do, baby.
I don't know about that. Okay, we need about a little less than a teaspoon of garlic powder. We need some rice vinegar.
Okay.
Well, how about that?
Sounds good to me.
We can add water as needed as well. So let me go ahead and mix that up, and then we'll see if we need to thin it out with some water.
All right.
Look at that, right at the timer. All right, let me try this. I mean, it's not exactly like yum yum sauce, but it's good. Ooh, it's real good. You want to try it?
Yeah, I
Here.
do want to try. I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's not exactly like yum
Yeah,
yum
it's
sauce.
not exactly like it, but I think it's good enough.
Do we need to add water to thin it out at all, or no?
I don't think so. I think it'll be all right the way it is.
Okay. All right, I wish
Not
I had.
too bad.
I wish I had more paprika, but
Yeah,
we out. Oh well.
it'll be all right.
All right, let's check on our chicken. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, can you imagine if we would have put that broccoli in the whole time?
That looks
It
fantastic.
smells amazing. Let's check the chicken and make sure
I
it's
think
good.
the chicken's done, Sweet Pea.
I don't think we're gonna have a problem.
I think
we're good.
it.
How
is
could it
done.
not be done? All right, we've got some brown rice in the microwave. We're about to pull that out, and we're gonna plate up. If it's good, if it's bad, if it's ugly, we get an ice cream.
Okay. Well, it don't look ugly. It looks good. It smells amazing.
Cole's already had a bite, and he said it was some of the best air fryer chicken he's ever had. So
Let me clarify.
Please clarify.
I mean the texture of it.
okay.
It is like, you taste that? Like the texture of it. Is that what you're getting?
I mean, texture. flavor.
Taste is good too. I'm just saying, as far as.
Oh man. Okay, I stand corrected.
You take back that whole.
I take it back.
Okay.
I did not think it was going. I thought it was going to be bland.
Look at us.
I am wrong.
Good.
That is amazing.
Also,
Really?
the yum yum sauce is good.
First of all, the
Okay.
chicken is like buttery.
Yeah, it's
It's just this
smooth.
Okay.
yeah buttery
I can't
texture.
describe it.
It
Good.
melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
The seasonings are really good.
I'm so glad.
This.
They pop from the vinegar, the rice vinegar
Yeah.
you put in there. It really
Yeah.
like lifts it up.
Right.
But
I'm
yeah,
sure the lemon helps too.
lemon does
Yeah.
actually pop. You can definitely taste that. And that lemon with the lemon that you sprinkled on there with the yum yum sauce,
Yeah.
when that comes together.
Oh, I'm so excited.
This is number 1 out of the 3.
Really?
This is number 1. I thought that the drumsticks, that would be number 1.
You like this even better?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that means it is time for me to dig in because my house smells amazing. My mouth is watering. I'll be back.
Good, isn't it?
Wow. That's better than takeout.
Well, you know what it reminds me of? A Japanese steakhouse.
Right, like when you go the hibachi.
Yeah, the hibachi. That's what it reminds me of.
Absolutely.
Like really close.
And honestly, I mean, it's better for you.
Yeah.
Wow. It's unreal.
Good job, babe. Knocked it out of the park.
Coming in at number 1, I already mentioned it's in the air fryer. I did a video, I'll link it right here because all of them in the video were great, but it was an air fryer sandwiches video. Y'all, this ham and cheese sandwich in the air fryer, it's a garlic butter ham and cheese. A friend of mine texted me after she made it and said, "Oh my word, it really is that good. You have got to make this one. You've never had a ham and cheese like this, I promise." This particular ham and cheese is so mouth-watering, so buttery and gooey, and y'all, it's gonna be worth it. Let's do it. So we've got sourdough already sliced up, and we need to prepare some garlic butter and then some cheddar butter. You heard that right. But we've got some butter here that's already been softened. We're gonna add some minced garlic into that and just really mash that up really well. Honestly, this probably should have been softened a little bit more, but we'll make it work. That is nice and mixed up. Let's set that to the side. Next, we need some more butter that has also been softened, a little bit more. And to that, we're gonna add some shredded cheddar, a good bit of shredded cheddar, quite honestly, because we want a good bit of cheddar on our sandwiches. Then we're also gonna add some sliced green onion. Let's mix all of that around. Steven just reminded me I forgot an ingredient. I don't ever forget ingredients. We need to add just a little bit of this spicy brown mustard. Now let's mix all of that up together. The butter, the cheddar, mustard. I gotta work with it. So yes, there's butter in there, but this is mostly cheddar. It's mostly cheddar. Like really mostly.
That's some good cheese too, by the way.
It is. Steven bought that for us.
Don't mind if I do.
It's really good. Okay, now let's start assembling everything. Okay, well, let's make our sandwiches. So we're gonna take our butter, cheddar, mustard mixture and put it on both sides, both of the insides of the bread. Okay, now you wanna make sure the ham that you're using is super duper thin. So we are gonna kind of roll it up and just place it on here. Mine's really, really thin, which is great. That looks good. Yeah. What you think?
I think it looks fantastic.
All right, add a little bit more that was just hanging out. Now, let's close it. And on the outside is our garlic butter.
Good. This is gonna be so good.
We were drooling when we saw these.
This is gonna be one heck of a lunch break.
I'm telling you what. Okay, so now we will do the other side as well when we put it into the air fryer, but I need to preheat my air fryer to 400. So we've got our 3 sandwiches made. We're gonna try to fit all 3 in here at the same time.
We can do this. We got this. Just get in there after it.
But I'm gonna put it buttered side down because I need to butter the top as well. So, baby, are you sure?
No.
Okay.
I was not a Tetris champion. I can tell you that right now.
Well, yeah, that's not happening. Only 2 are going to go in there. So,
It'll be all right.
all right.
We got this.
So let's put the rest of our garlic butter on the top and not burn ourselves. This is the fun part.
Need a spoon for that.
I do. What'd I do with that spoon?
I don't know.
There we go.
Hey, keep those little fingers and those little wrists safe. It's like Operation.
It is like Operation, like that game. Oh my word. That game always made me so nervous.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But this is like, I touch the sides, I just get burned.
I know. See, if you would have had this mindset when you were playing that game, you
Right.
would have lost.
Oh goodness. We're gonna go in at 400. Let's do 5 minutes, and then at that point, we're gonna flip it and do another 5 minutes. Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's looking good.
Look at our garlic though. Is it burnt?
You got a little
A
on
little-
the crispy
It
side.
got a little crispy.
It's gonna be all right though.
Look, I'm just scraping it off. A little bit.
I eat garlic if it's burnt.
Gotta
Be careful
flip
now.
it.
It's gonna be a little hot. I'm gonna warn you on that.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, my
Ooh.
goodness, look at them skills.
Don't say that because now I'm gonna mess it up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did it.
You did.
Okay.
Get you.
5 more minutes. We're gonna go ahead and pull these out. Oh my goodness. Steven, what is happening?
I don't know, but I like it. Y'all, golly, man.
So if you don't want to have potentially burned garlic on top, maybe just use garlic powder in your garlic butter.
First of all, this crust.
Very.
I mean, look, you can
Very
file,
crusty.
You can file your fingernails down on that bad boy. You ready?
Yeah.
Tink.
Tink. You ain't never had a ham and cheese that good. You ain't never had a ham and cheese that good.
Y'all, what is happening in my mouth right now? Baby, that is unbelievable. Cheesy garlic, and then just a hint of that really spicy Dijon mustard,
Yeah. You can barely taste that.
but like
But it's got
buttery,
a little, yeah.
crunchy bread, a little bit of the smoky, sweet flavor of that ham mixed in there. Cheesy, buttery, garlicky, unbelievable. Wow, I can't believe that's happening.
That's amazing.
That's unbelievable.
Like, you can go to a deli and not get one this good.
I don't even know how to live now. Like, how do we go forward?
This is delicious, y'all.
Man.
Make you a ham and cheese, a buttery ham and cheese in the air fryer. What do you think of the new kitchen? I'm glad it's done. However, she thought it was pretty cool that we didn't have any cabinet doors. She got to explore a little bit. She's just glad it's all done because there was a lot of loud noises. She's the sweetest girl, y'all. Oh my word, she is the sweetest. We absolutely love her. That's it from us today. I can finally do an outro or anything in front of the camera, in front of this, because you can see it now and it is beautiful. I'm so excited. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've tried any of the 5 that we've shared, and if there's one that you haven't tried that you're looking forward to trying, let me know about it below. Don't forget to go check out Wild Grain. I'll leave that linked below as well. Use code Mandy30 to get $30 off your first box, plus free croissants in every box. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being patient with me as I missed some videos here and there recently as we were kind of going through this process. It's not been the easiest to be in this kitchen during that process, but it's all done. And now it's time to create more content for y'all and more good food for us. We will see you next time. Bye, y'all.